or directly before any action item in the agenda. A copy of the board policy on public participation is included in your agenda for your reference. For folks that want to address the board, please state your name and address for the record. Limit comments to 5 minutes or less. Direct statements to the board. Please do not mention students or staff by name, and maintain a reasonable decorum. The board will host statements that will not answer questions or engage in discussion at this time. However, myself as board president, Andy Culp, superintendent, Beth Collier, his treasurer, willing to meet with any member of the public to answer specific questions or have a deeper discussion. So do we have anybody for public comment at this time?
Hi, my name's Jenny Johnson. My son is Max Lauer. Oh,
You're welcome to.
You can say that, whatever.
It's whatever's best for you.
I'll just stand right here. I don't need a podium. It's small. Address? Is that what you said? Give me my address.
Yes, please.
I live at 1282 Ashland Avenue, just a street over. And I just wanted to come today to address some concerns I had with Lego League and the First Robotics. So, my main concern is my son is involved in robotics, and a lot of people are very upset because the two mentors who've been doing it for 23 years recently were told that teachers would be taking over for them. It happened very last minute. It happened around the mid-June is when we found out. The current mentor emailed us and let us know that the principal let her know that 3 teachers were going to be taking over for them. I'm here today to be a voice for the kids because nobody asked the kids. The kids are very upset. Half of them at least are not coming back because of this. Their 2 mentors are very, very close. If you don't know about the FIRST program, these kids put in an insane amount of time. They become like a family. The 2 mentors put in 60 to 80 hours a week for build season, which is about 6.5 weeks. And then there's a little bit before that too that they have because we host the Lego League. So I just have some concerns about this. I don't know why the kids weren't asked. I don't know why the 2 mentors weren't involved in a discussion. And I don't know why the teachers decided this was a good idea, because I think that this is really going to jeopardize the program. So I have lots of questions, but you said you can't answer questions, but I'm going to ask them anyway. So again, I'm here for the kids. My main concerns are that the kids get a program that they deserve. You know, they put a lot of hours. The kids put 200 plus hours. That's a lot of hours. Aside from school, aside from sports, the FIRST program is gigantic. This is one of the reasons that put Grandview on the map for Lego League and robotics. We host the FLL tournament, and it's crazy. We max out at 12, and we probably could have 20 to 22 groups here from different schools. So this really is something that is growing. It's been extremely successful. Our kids have been doing amazingly well, and it's just really, really hard at this point to watch this happen, this transition happen. There was no talk of keeping the 2 mentors on, and the 3 teachers that are taking it over have no experience. Never once came to practice, never once went to a competition, never once talked to the kids about it. So these kids are feeling very slighted, and I think that's why a lot of them say they just don't want to be a part of it. And so, okay, I'm rambling, I'm sorry. My questions. So I'll put these out here. I know you guys can't answer them, and I can write them to you if you want to discuss them later, however you guys deal with this. Why would the teachers want to take this on from 2 successful leaders? I mean, that's questions I have for the teachers, especially since none of them have shown any interest previous to this. I'm just wondering their motivation, just on a personal level. Did anyone from the district or staff know about this? And why wasn't it discussed? Why wouldn't we talk about how this is going to affect the program and the success of the program? This is an amazing program, and it really needs to keep growing. Grandview has a lot of potential in this area, I think. My son met with a principal who told him that if the teachers were unsuccessful or didn't do well, that he could ask them to step aside after the first year. Is this true? And what's the measure for that? How do they measure being successful at this? So I'm also worried that these teachers may not have any idea of the amount of effort and commitment and time. I mean, 60 to 80 hours a week on top of already teaching. I mean, teaching is a full-time job, and then 60 to 80 hours. So I'm worried about, do they know? Do they really know what they've signed up for? I mean, this is not just a club where you show up and you talk to the kids and then you go home. This is a lot of work, and that's why the kids are scared right now. Let's see, why was the discussion not had with the 2 current members? I already mentioned that. And why was nobody thinking about the kids during all of this? You know, Grandview boasts that we're all about the kids. Nobody asked the kids. The kids were told by a current mentor via email. Why didn't the 3 teachers set a meeting and say, hey, here's what's going on, here's what's gonna happen? So the kids are left, you know, talking amongst themselves, trying to figure out what's going on. So all this has led to this little undercurrent of gossiping of these kids that could have easily been kind of ixnayed in the beginning if it just was a simple conversation. So I am just very let down by this process, and the way it went about was really, really terrible. And I think the kids, because they are so attached to their mentors, they're like second parents to them, they feel really hurt by this. And I'm telling you guys this because I don't know who knows. I don't know how many people know about this. I don't know how many people know that all was going down, because nobody fought for the kids. Nobody really thought about, is this best for the program? To have 3 leaders that have no experience to do this. So I'm just here to let everybody know. Maybe I'm speaking to people who already know, and I'm the only one that didn't know about this until June 16th or June 18th, whenever it was. But I would like to get some questions answered for these kids. So I don't know who I need to talk to, or you guys, if you need, but can somebody let me know?
Yeah, if you could leave your contact information, Mr. Paul, to be sure and figure out a way to have some further discussion.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody else here wants to talk, or if anybody has any questions. Okay, go ahead.
I was gonna give you my time.
Michael Hughes. I live on Oakland Avenue, across the street and down a few doors. And I understood that one of the 3 teachers was not even aware that they were on the team until 4 days after the fact that they were put on the team. So I was under the impression that this was kind of a backdoor scheme just to get the other 2 people that were the other 2 coaches off of the team. So I would like to be reassured that this was all done above board for good reasons. And everything that I have heard still, that this was not done for the benefit of the students. This was done as some sort of a vendetta. And I would like something shown that this was done for the students and not just for the benefit of the teachers, who will be getting $3,570.77 extra in their supplemental contract each. Because if that's the reason, I think this stinks. I want it to be shown that they're doing it for the benefit of the students. And I would let it to be known to the public and not just to each of us separately or individually. I would like to see it be put in the newspaper why this happened and just how it became out. Thank you.
Any other?
Yes, my name's Tracy Garrett, and I live on Oakland Avenue too. My nephew has been in robotics for 4 years, 5 years now. He was devastated. I'm devastated. You got 3 mentors that were there with 23 years experience, one with 26. Weren't even asked to come mentor these people that are taking over, this team that's taken over, that has no experience. The grant money that was given to the team from AEP Is that still coming? And if not, how's it going to be funded? Because it takes a lot of money to run the robotics team. You guys don't have any money for anything because you're building a new building. Where's the $25,000 coming from? Anything else, Perry? What else? I'm forgetting something. I know. I'll have another question. The grant money is probably gone.
For volunteers.
Why weren't these children pulled together this summer and said, hey, we got a new team. We want to tell you how we're going to do it. What's going to happen? We know you're all sad that the other mentors left, but we're here to reassure you that you are okay and this team will be okay. You should have heard the emails going between this team, these kids, the text messages for about a week. They were ready to come trample you guys. I'm not kidding. They were going to go to the Board of Education. They were going to the state. They were going to Donald Trump. But something's going to get fixed for them. And to just see 14 and 15-year-old kids in this kind of turmoil over their mentors was hard on all parents. So something needs to be fixed here and fixed quickly, or there won't be any more robotics in this school.
Yeah.
And there won't be any more Legos because nobody's going to be there to help them. They see what's coming this way, and they won't like it.
That's another thing that should be worth mentioning. If those of you who don't know about Lego League, the older ones are the ones who run the Lego League tournament. So if we lose our team, or even half of our team, which is what it's going to look like right now, based on what I've heard, we're not going to have enough people to run that tournament, which just Grandview has basically gotten known for. So we really absolutely have to save this team if you guys value robotics or want that to be a part of our future. Because these kids are very upset. There's some people talking about starting a different team and just not having it be school related. So there's a possibility all these kids, these bright, wonderful, amazing kids, Grandview's gonna lose them and they're gonna start their own team.
Any other participants for questions?
On the emailing out of the questions, can we sign up to be on
Yeah.
that email too? Okay.
Yes, sir.
My name is Barry Moore. I'm on the robotics team, and all I wanted to say, I live with them. All I wanted to say is, First Robotics Club does grants, and if we get, and all of you all about scholarships, if this team demolishes, no more scholarship from FRC.
Okay, Mr. Turks.
Good evening. I'm Steve Turks, principal with Perkins & Will